Banners of Ruin is another take on the card game genre. I'm gonna adjust the category real quick. There you go. Right, for everybody interested, there's all the information. You can bookmark that. That link there in chat. It's all the information you need for this marathon and every other marathon. This year, last year, everything you can want. And this one's the first one where I provide a link to the homepage or Steam page of the game, plus a support link for shopping if you want. I'll do that for the future marathons. So it's one place for every bit of information about the marathon, in case you missed it or while you watch. So feel free to use that. And I will go to Banners of Ruin now. Lower the volume a bit. Okay, that should be fine. Now, another game that has odd user interface scaling. I don't know how these scale on bigger monitors, because I feel like I'm one of the last people on earth with a small monitor. Like a 24-inch 1080p. I thought they were dying out. Has controller support. You can turn on and off the rumble. The game speed can be changed to very slow or very fast. I'm playing on normal. Screen shake can be turned off, maximum or a bit. I'll leave it on a bit. You can have grain and motion blur and chromatic aberration and bloom and whatnot. Bloom is okay. I don't need the rest. I'm playing a window. So the settings are decent. And we're going to restart our counter. 1 hour for Banners of Ruin to convince us that it's worth checking out. So we have the choice here. I'm covering up a bit of that. Bears have talents and passives focusing on high upfront damage. This guy. Mice have talents and passive focusing on multi-strike attacks. The hare has talents and passives focusing on strong movement and cripple abilities. The beaver has talents and passives focusing on high defense and restorative abilities. So you can form a team. You can randomize. The weasel has talents and passives focusing on poison card spawning. The wolves have talents and passives that apply powerful effects for discarding and banishing cards. So, strong movement and cripple abilities together with discarding and banishing. Let's play the tutorial. I'm not sure if these picks are for the tutorial. The Blackfoots have been dealt a mighty blow by the fearsome House Ender. Landon seeks his revenge. You and others loyal to the cause have been tasked with bringing the great city of Dawn's Point to its knees, but the odds are against you. So, up top we've got a party information. Number of cards in your deck. Number of members in your party. 1. Irving. The number of florins in your possession. 0. Try clicking the deck icon. Right, there you go. That's your deck. These are all cards you'll take into combat with you. This includes any cards your characters are carrying. If they die, the cards go to party. Here you can see all the characters in your party. It's a small party for now. and you're in bad shape. Try selecting your character. Oh boy. In this view, you can see all the cards the character has equipped. It's an axe. This character has a crude hatchet, equipped as their primary weapon. Primary, secondary. Shenanigans. You could switch between characters here. There's the armor behind my camera. Start combat with 14 armor, says the tattered male. Two-handed weapons take up both slots. Makes sense. Your campaign will take place across several streets, each with an elite enemy at its end. So streets are levels, right? Each lane in the street leads to a service. Once you're done with the service and fight the elite, you'll move to the next street. So we've got 3 lanes on this street. I mean, I can get along with it, but it's kind of an interesting way to describe a street. Equipment service, hire service, healing service. So at the end of the lane, I'll get a healing, a hire, or an equipment service. That's a very important thing to know about. It looks like some guards are in your way. The cards on the left and right have counters. After selecting a card, any counters on the remaining cards will tick down. When they reach 0, they will be removed from the street. So that's a counter. Your character is badly hurt. You should take the herbal remedy and heal up if you're going to survive the next fight. So, heal the party to full. The health bar goes to full. The counter 1 ticked down and it got removed, so. You need to regroup with your companion, who must be somewhere in the center lane. Yeah. I think I would have worded it differently altogether, but you know, doesn't really impact that much. You need to regroup with your companion. You have to resolve the combat to see what's further down the street. These are blocked. That looks awesome. Okay, now we see the combat. As much as we've got lanes in the streets, we've got rows in the combat. This, like I said, right? This user interface is way too tiny with the information here. I mean, I can see it. I can see 8 of 8 and 6. There's life and armor, max and current, but it's so tiny. Vitality in red is your character's health. If this reaches 0, the character will die and be removed from the party. Vitality persists across combat, so you don't heal at the end of the combat. Defense is granted by the character's armor. We had the tattered male giving us 14 at the start of the battle. It blocks damage. It's applied at the start of each combat, so armor goes up every time. Stamina and will are the card costs here. Yellow is stamina and blue is will, and our character has 2 stamina and 1 will. Stamina on the left replenishes each turn. Will does not. So willpower is what you use to, you know. Card costs stamina and will to play. Character can only play a card if they have enough of each stat. Some don't cost you anything, right? Enemies come in all shapes and sizes. They have vitality and defense as well, but use a range of abilities. You can see what an enemy will do on their next turn by looking at their intent. Attack. And then you see highlighted who they will attack. These enemies intend to attack you for 8 damage each. You can see an enemy is targeting who an enemy is targeting by hovering over it. Their target is outlined in red. Well, that works. Good. Enemies attack in the order of their position. These enemies are both on the front, but you'll encounter others in the back rank too. That's not good information. Right? Yes, but In what order exactly? Front row first, from top to bottom? Or back row first, from bottom to top? That's what I want to know in that case. Me and tutorials. I always seem like I hate games when I go through tutorials and get all... this doesn't work. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm just taking the tutorials apart because I think they are vital. How you take new players in is vital to whether they stay or go. That's why it's so important to put a lot of effort into a tutorial. I think demo versions of games could be tutorials. I don't know. Weapon cards can only be played by the character wielding the weapon. Currently for us that would be the hatchet. The symbol at the top of the card matches the character symbol. So we have this this symbol here. That's our character symbol. So you know which character has which weapon. So if you lose someone, you lose that weapon. So if I lose Irving, I lose the hatchet. Need more info. Need more info. Yeah. Try using the crude hatchet to attack the enemy. If this breaks the target's armor, gain 2 charge. Charge. The next time this character attacks, or for every attack in a multi-attack, the damage increased by the stacks of charge. It's then removed. So charge for multi-attack is very powerful. Every attack in a multi-attack. Okay, so we get charge if we attack it. Here we go. Broke the armor, did 2 damage. You gain charge! It's the status effect. It's above our character. We can mouse over it to see what it does, which is cool. They can trigger at various points in combat. You can hover over them to see. So... yeah. Some cards deal several attacks at once. Such as Rush, which deals 1 damage 3 times. So it would deal 3 damage 3 times now because of the Rush. Charge, sorry. That would kill him. One T-Bank. How are you doing? Yay, we win. You showed them. You're out of stamina though. But one of your cards costs 0 to play. I can't English anymore, I'm sorry. Deal 6 damage to the opponent with the lowest vitality, yes. Discard a card, gain 3 oh. I'm not allowed to play the smart one. Click the card to confirm. I'm not sure how that worked. You can't play any more cards, but this... at the end of your turn, all cards in your hand go to the discard. You will draw cards to your hand from your draw pile at the start of your next turn. If there aren't enough cards in your draw pile, the discard pile is shuffled and goes and so on. Now we get 8 damage. 8 damage? 2 times 3. The enemy is planning to do more damage. We'd best stop that. Use Sharpened Steel. Why? The damage dealt by the active character's weapon card. Is that the hatchet? My weapon card is the hatchet that deals 8 damage? It does. It does. I remember. Okay, cool. What's this? Safety numbers. On turn start, if this character has 3 or more allies, their defense is raised to 10. Some of the wording in this game is weird. But yeah, card games, they have that. At the start of their turn, this character takes vitality damage equal to the stacks of bleeding. Takes down by 1 each turn. Ding! 105 florins. At the end of combat, your party gets XP. That's split between characters. You may also find some florins, which is shared by the party. And choice of 1 card to add to your deck. Pick a card you'd like to add, but you don't have to. Florins. Card. Deal weapon damage and apply 1 Overwhelm. If dual wielding, 2 Overwhelm. For every stack of Overwhelm, this character receives 25% more damage from attacks. It's removed at the start of the character's turn. At the one that... yeah, okay. Cool. 50% extra damage if a dual wield. Which I don't. Rear guard. Deal 6 damage if active character is black. What? Back rank. Apply 6 defense to front rank. Yes. Deal 6 damage to the opponent with the lowest... this is nice. I'll take it. Smaller parties level up faster. That's important to know. An old friend. Congrats, you emerged victorious, revealing your companion. Select an old friend to add them to your party. Any cards he's carrying will be added to your deck. Roughest Mod. Ambush! Oh no, you've been ambushed! Blocks all the remaining lanes. Resolve any of the cards to remove them all. But I want to check out Roughest Mod and his cool deck. So we need better equipment. We go left. I'm not sure if the tutorial does take that into account. Oh, he's got a big ass sword. Look at him. I like that word. Enemies on different ranks attack on alternating turns. The next rank to attack is indicated by the red bar. If you kill all enemies on the active rank, the opponent's turn is skipped. Front row, then me, then back row, then me. That's what I read. Right? Cards are played by the active character. Cards can only be played if this character has enough stamina and will. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Weapon and talent cards can only be played by their wielders. We share the hand though. They are highlighted if they can be played by the active character. So currently, Erwin cannot play this card because that's the big ass sword card. Select the bear. Yeah. Now that your companion is selected, you can play their weapon card. They have a sparring sword equipped. The sword can attack an entire rank. Try attack an opponent on the active rank. That's the front one currently because it's highlighted in red. Costs 2 stamina out of 2 stamina that we have. 8 damage to both. I think it's weird that you put the card in the middle and then confirm. It doesn't feel smooth. Look at the damage! Your bear's out of stamina. You should switch back to your weasel. Q and E, I think, switches between the characters. Or something. The enemy on the rear rank. I think it should just tell me to take them out, actually. And if it didn't play out, it should tell me how to do it. Telling me each card that I need to use is kind of weird. Because I don't look at the cards, I look at what the hell am I supposed to find. I gain 2 charge here. And then I can use Rush to deal 6 damage. Right. That was behaving weirdly. I don't know. I should be able to play this. I'm not supposed to. Yeah. That was pointless. Gain a card. If you don't like the cards, you go back. Draw this character's next telling card from your draw pile. I don't know if we have a telling card. Each character gets 8 armor. That's good. Level up. They can use multiple cards. That was a case of tutorial block. Upgrade stamina or will. Or stamina. And then I can choose a card. Oh, select a target. Gain double their current bleeding as ruin. No, as brutality. And then ruin the card. The character's next attack applies bleeding equal to brutality. Okay. Bloodbath is the correct name for this. I think the game's making itself hard to understand for no reason. Draw a card for each status effect on the target opponent. Select a target, gain double their current bleeding stacks as brutality, which then next attack will be applied as bleeding again. Okay. There's a bleeding deck here. I see that. You open the hatch and enter the city. Sneaky, sneaky. So... my turn. They all go for the weasel. That's not good. They would deal 24 damage. Swap the target's position. Ah, okay. Gain 5 armor. Deal 8 damage, apply 4 bleeding. 10 damage here. Damn. Yeah, okay. So we break and get charge. And now this would deal 12 damage even. Yeah, okay. I'll get rid of one. And then move him down there. They keep attacking this character. And attack, apply bleeding, and then we're done. Oh. No, I lack the willpower to do this now. Ah, I see. Okay, fair enough. So you confirm the cards. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Remove all your armor, deal damage equal to the amount lost. Cool. Here. Deal weapon damage plus 8. Okay, move on. The crazy weasel babbles at passers-by, splattering them with the spittle from his foaming mouth. He's clearly alarmed, but struggling to make sense. Hi, spirits. We don't know what that does. A welcome boost to morale. Take a pause to reflect on what you've accomplished. Start your next combat with 1 vigor. The first attack's free. The first stamina attack's free. Doggedness. Extra 15 armor. Free attacks are awesome. Off-duty guards. Extra XP, nice. I like it. So, a fine opportunity to fleece these idiots for every penny on them. I would double my florins here. I still don't understand how this works. If that's a counter for the turns, or if we need to stay on this lane, or... Drunken guards. Select a lane, remove the next 2 cards. Ooh, future. Heal the party. Combat. So I can avoid combat a lot. I guess that's good. Select a lane, this. So I might remove bad and good cards at the same time. There you are. A voice declares as you emerge from a stifling back alley. Run them down. It has potential. It has potential. I think it needs a much better tutorial, but maybe it's a much better tutorial to just play it. For those who are experienced with card games. I mean, I think we have bear, weasel, beaver, hare, mouse, wolf. Maybe I forgot one. 6 different characters. So this, I would guess 6 different basic play styles that can then be combined because you have a party of those, which again is a cool thing. Yes, I always go for the tutorials anyway in the Discovery Marathons, even though it sometimes drives me nuts. I think it's a good way to get the pace to a general level, because if I go through these games at my pace, I might just jump too fast. I tried it, it happens. So that's why I keep doing the tutorials, however silly or slow they might feel. I think it's a good way to get the pace relatively even. That's the reason why I do it, so yeah. But still, I guess for those who have played games like this, you can skip the tutorial and figure things out on your own, because there are good tool tips. Things are explained mostly, so... And experimenting is fun, after all. I can stand my ground. That's an elite combat now. It doesn't need to wobble like this, but anyway. We could outrun them. No, we fight. Oh, look at that. 2 hares in the back with crossbows. And otters. This is otter nonsense. Wow. Elite battle indeed. It's just the 2 of us here. Okay, so that one would be free. Each character in your rank gains 8 armor. They would attack for 20 plus bleeding. Then we've got 12 and a steady shot. 20 damage. I think we're gonna die now. 72 health! We should have run. Holy crap. The tutorial said if I kill all the guys in a rank, the enemy skip a turn. So if I could get both hairs in the back completely removed for 108 damage, the front row would skip their turn. That seems impossible. So I will have to take at least one turn of a lot of punishing. I could try to remove the billman here, maybe. What? Okay, so this is free. There you go. That's a nice bit of armor. Bear can play one for free as well. Swap position with them. But I think it's good like this. I see, they both will go for the bear anyway. He'll go for the weasel. And they don't announce where they shoot. You guard. Now they switched. Now, Irving, you can deal 10 damage to the billman down here. And then another 3 damage. I think so, yes. I don't think this is the usual difficulty spike you're about to expect. Hopefully. 8 damage to all. Here. Everybody gets the damage. Pacified for a turn. Okay. Oh yeah. They are not all doing their moves on the same turn. They alternate, I forgot. So now it's the 40 damage turn. And we don't have much armor left. Well, skip a turn to get 15 armor. The bear can't do anything anymore, so dealing 10 damage seems kinda pointless to skip a turn also. Nah, I can't skip a turn. I'll smash their heads. They don't have currently bleeding, so I'm not going to use that card anyway. Bam. Bam. Right. Let's win this. Discard a card, gain momentum. I thought I had more bleeding cards as a basic. Okay. So, that's free. 6 damage for you. 6 damage for you. Guard. And then they should bleed now. I'm not sure if charge is lost at the end of the turn. We'll find out. Oh, we're dead. Oh no, I'm still alive. Take that, tutorial. So, I just need to kill everybody now. Draw a card and gain vigor. Yeah, if this breaks their armor, I gain 2 charge. Sweet. So this will take 7. Oh, 7 is one missing. Let's kill 1. No, die. Okay. View unlocks. So close. Okay. The warrior, the priest, the rogue. 6 unlocks each. Different classes. Unlock tokens that you can spend on different things. Yes. Okay. So, new game. Randomize all, randomize all, randomize all. Oh yeah. Well, we should have a tortoise. Vampire. Oh, look at this. They're so cute. Multi-strike attacks. High defense and restorative. That's... I don't know. Yeah, poison and defend. There's what we do. So, Hamelin and Mossford are about to enter the streets. Party. Hamelin has got a shield. It does a very cute thing with his face. That takes 1 stamina to get 10 armor and spawns a take cover card, which gives 5 armor to an ally once. Free. Yeah, banished means out of combat. Yeah, this is the hatchet that we know. And then a medium armor with 14 armor. The light armor gives you 6, but returns 1 stamina every turn. You can't see that because my fat hat is in the way. There you go. So light armor has an advantage of regenerating stamina during combat. Extra stamina. Extra. Because this is renewed every turn. This is per battle. Using this in combat is a very, very, very important decision. Mossford starts... The hammer starts with a longsword, interestingly. They're both level 1, have 24 life. You can switch combat positions. You can start them up in the back row if you want. And you have stash for items. And unwanted items you could drop to the left. Right, go back to the street. At the end of this lane, well, you can hire a 3rd character. Healing, equipment. Another character? Try to manage 3. You emerge from the black and find yourself in one of the guard bunks. Where the devils did you come from? You can't be here. So, we got the hapless hare and the innocent mouse. Both dealing 8 damage if we don't stop them from doing that. They intend to attack the harmless What's his name? Mossfoot. Take cover. Now, we give 5 extra armor over there. So we've got this option. Oh, nice. Okay, so you will deal a lot of damage to him. And a bit of damage to him. Right, and then you continue dealing damage. Alright, what's this? A banished card. Boo! So they have safety numbers. If this character has 3 or more allies, their defense is raised to 10. Well, that's not gonna happen. Each combat they start with 6, gain stamina 1 every turn. Okay. So we can't break any more armor, so no charge for us. Select a target. If the position behind them is vacant, move them into it. Okay, so you can kick them back. 1, 3, and 8, and then we could end it right now. We are victorious. We gain a card. Experience Strike. Deal 5 damage each time you play this card in combat, plus 5 damage. If unplayed during cleanup, damage is reset. At the end of your turn, any cards left in your hand are moved to the discard pile. This phase is the cleanup. Ah. Interesting card. If you don't play it, it sucks. But if you do, it's awesome. Well, I know I've got 1 card that deals bleeding, but I'll probably never draw them in the right order. To rank. Oh, to the rank, yes. Of course. Go on. Now, I would meet an ally. You open the hatch and enter the city. I don't get it. It says here. Oh, but this is the service just before you fight the elite? Is that how it works? Because I don't really understand. It counts down, and it did count down just now, and it told me there's yeah, I don't get the countdown. That's the lane. That's the street. Elite. Street, elite, street, boss. Or whatever. Now, if I chose to go here, it ticks down by 1. Curious. Everybody gets 6 damage. That's cool, but this gives us 2 charge. So if you break his armor, oh, he doesn't have the thing. Oh, I can't combine them. Oh, I can. Sorry. There you go. Now this does 8 damage to all of them. Perfect. Right. Now it's your turn. And we win. Oh, vigor. Sweet kick. Yeah, they all go down. This one will stay 1 turn longer. But I was looking at the hiring service, and there was a countdown of 2 up here. So I expected to meet someone. Now it went then up to 16. That's what I didn't understand. That's what I've got in my head going around. So, if I want one of these, I do them now, otherwise they'll tick down. If I pick the sage now, they'll be gone. That I understand. A chance to improve. Courage. Some enders are hot on your tail. You turn a corner to find a seemingly dead end. Hamelin yells, "Over here, hatch!" Cursed thing is sealed. +1 stamina, -10 vitality to Hamelin. That's a lot. The game's not kidding around, is it? Holy mackerel. Yeah. I mean... Damn. Should have taken the 10 damage. To go for him. So he goes and skips a turn. Meanwhile, front row is 10. And I mean they don't regenerate armor, but still. Discard one to do... Well, that would be 13 damage. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's his weapon. So I could have discarded that. Okay. I forgot. That was my fault. Apparently, I would say this is bullshit, and this is where I leave and don't play this game again until it is released finally. I mean, you can't expect me to guess that a bit of a challenge is you're definitely almost guaranteed dead. That's not good. I mean, look, they do 8 damage. He raises his armor to 35 again. It does. This attack applies to vulnerability. Two are going for him. Yeah. We saw the tutorial, which looked exactly like this. Drawing the conclusion that every game like this is probably jumping a bit too far. And I was going for the risky bit. It could be that you find out that this game, if it says risky, it's near death. And then you know it. And then you don't do it again. Okay, so it's his turn now. They don't attack this turn. That's going to save me. He's going to go for Mossfoot. He's going to do 12 damage and gains 5 defense. And then I've got a card like this, like 1 damage 3 times against 70 health and 35 armor. That is completely pointless. And if the game's message to me is now just don't risk anything unless you have proper equipment. Yeah, but... must you really do it like this? I mean, what's this supposed to do? This is nothing. Damage. Permanent death. The hatchet is gone from my deck. He's got an ability that puts his defense up to 35. Yeah, 6 damage. Feel the pain. I get 30 damage now. Now it's the one in the back row. Gains 10 armor, moves adjacent to the closest ally in the rank. If no allies in the rank, it moves to the other rank in their lane and suffers 20 damage. Ah. So if I do 8 damage to him, he's going to kill himself by moving forward. I want to see that. This should be enough to see that. He's gonna... yeah. If he's gonna kill himself or not with that move. And I get a free strike of 5 damage. He's gonna increase his armor by 10. That was no 20 damage, was it? 12. Can't use that. So this would deal 8 plus 3. Would gain another 2 charge. And then I could gain all 5 armor. That was not winnable. I am an ally, which is good. And that's it. I have no clue. I feel like it's a bit of a pity that that happened. I've got 7 minutes. Let's do another. Random. Go. See, this is what I meant. There's a 1. And then I expected that one of this happens because, I don't know, there's a symbol and there's a counter. Okay. More damage is good, huh? So, the bear starts with the greatsword, and the wolf starts with the hatchet and a round shield, which is very similar to the other setup we had, isn't it? But I think on level up, the choices they have are different. That's what you see in the beginning of the game. It's like poison attacks, defense, movement, and so on. But it's probably not enough variety for all the other things that the game pulls. I can't really say. I need to play it more for that. Now this is a game that doesn't let you in easy. Maybe it's doing too much for its own good. Okay, let's see. We've got an easy one here again. Vanguard. If I use this, I do 10 damage because I'm standing in the front row. By bleeding, 4. That would mean death on the end of the turn. And I could deal 10 damage with these here. And end the turn. Alright. There's a lot of information that you have to get manually. I mean, the fact that the battlefield is much more complex than in most card games makes the fact that you have the cards down here like in every other card game a bit distracting. It's all about what happens here. Who's attacking whom from where, and the fact that each of the lanes is attacking in alternating turns and not at the same turn makes it a bit easier to handle, and it makes movement cards like kick an enemy to another lane or pull them in or move your own peeps around. You can have a party of 6. So the combat that can happen here is insanely complex. And maybe cards were not the best choice for what this is. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Deadly Thrill. Deal 10 damage if target dies, gain 2 stamina. Ooh. If you kill with this, it's free. Basically, you have to invest first. Swap positions. Yeah, that seems pointless for now. Unless they target a position over a person. Guardian Quest. No, I've never tried it. I'll note it down though. Let's take this. Cool. Now we enter the city. $16 ticks. Right, so we've got 3 little mice. They could all get 8 damage now. I could discard this and deal 11 damage to all of them. Discard this here. Yes. 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 I still have stamina. I don't know if they target the position or the character. I can't tell. I should have been able to tell now, but I've got confused. Light armor regenerated 1 extra stamina. Free. Free. Deal 8 damage applied to charge. Cool. Select a lane, remove the next 2 cards. Yeah. Makes a lane shorter. So more importantly, it would decide about which one I reach first, huh? A pair of guardsmen are rounding on a black bear. You hear 2 town guardsmen hurling verbal abuse at a local black bear. She's probably a spy, they jeer. You can see her becoming visibly distressed when they begin to wave their weapons at her threateningly. 2 town guardsmen. See, this is where I know it's not 8. I might have a chance. Show them a real spy. I mean, it could still be 2 with 75 health and 50 armor, so... There. You go. Right, you can break. And then... Yeah, they both go for him, so we need it. 24, that blocks their 16 attack. And I can even get some armor over there. And this will not kill, sadly. But if I do this, this one's free, I can still do this. That was not the best order of things, but it was good. Anyway. So if this lane is now doing its turn, do I kick him back and he hasn't got a turn? That's cool. I like multi-lane fighting like this. Usually it happens in different types of games. What was the other game we played? Against the Moon. That also had a multi-lane, maybe trying to do a bit too much, but still a cool idea. I do like it. I think games like Monster Train make a much better, more approachable game that features something that changes the card battlefield from just pitting one deck against the other deck or one health bar against the other health bar by adding levels. But what Monster Train perfectly does is you can judge what's coming, you know where they are going, what they are doing, and you quickly have a grasp on what's going on, even though it's rather complex in the end. I think this game could get there, but they have to tell us differently. So you get extra damage now. You're gonna attack him, that's alright. Move swaps to random position, that's gonna be interesting. 6 damage. And bleeding. Extra armor and swap. Yeah, okay, so they target positions, not characters. That's why the swapping makes sense. I think. Alright. I need enough armor. And then I apply charge here. Switch and deal 12 damage. 15 even, because of the vulnerability. Okay. Okay. It could be good. I can't really tell yet. It's a bit of an understatement to say that this takes way more time than other card games to get a grasp on what it could possibly be. This will break, and then some. So that's finishing. Lots of stats to handle on the enemy, lots of buffs and debuffs, so very brainy. Draw a card for each character in the back rank on my team. Yeah, that's completely pointless now. I mean, you can have one in the back if you want. Level up. So, talent. And this, the wolf is getting two cards with a hair on it. I would like to know if one of these cards is specific to my character or not. True preparation. At the start of your turn, draw an additional card for every stack of preparation. Ticks down by 1 each turn. Each time you draw a talent card, the wielder gains a stamina. If the target opponent has more health than the active character, draw a card. If less health, discard a card. Why would you play it to discard a card? Two willpower. We don't even have that. I don't get this. Absolutely not. Good reason to take it. So we increase this so we can play this actually. And then we want to see our deck. Is there a talent card besides this? No. It's all skill and shield stuff. So you have to pick this up and then play it for all your willpower to get 1 stamina every time you draw a talent card. Yeah. And now we've got 2 talent cards in the deck. Whenever this character receives damage from poison, a random ally gains 3 restoration. My guess is this game is way too complex for what it's trying to pull off with the 3 lanes. You're in an animal city, go. You need a legend with the 30 or 40 stat things that happen. Buffs, debuffs, bonuses. It's not that I don't like that. I'm a fan, but the way it presents itself, very similar to other games with cards. It's not playing as they are playing. It's completely the other side of the spectrum. Very narrow. I mean, damage from a poison source. Well, I don't know. So this is a useless draw. And the next incoming damage to this character is reduced to 0. Whenever this character receives damage from an attack, they deal damage equal to the stacks to... Yeah, okay. You can't retaliate against ranged. You only have this one. This is a cool card, but it uses willpower, so... Convert the charge to 3 times the armor. I usually get 2 or 3. Charge times 3 is not much armor. So that's not worth it. And we upgrade stamina. I will probably have to play it for 50 hours and then start my first proper run. And that's not working, is it? Yeah, I don't see how that works. Yeah, it could be, right? Could be. It reads to my mind. It reads a bit like feature creep. I'm not sure how much of this was in the game in the beginning, but it reads a bit like feature creep. It's like, oh, it would be cool if we had this, and this, and then they put it all in, and then you realize this is not Gloomhaven, a board game where you move around a lot of things and have to consider 8 debuffs and 4 buffs and 25 different skills, and that's easier to play. I love a lot about this game. I will look at it again, hoping that it will get released in a different state from what it's currently in. It needs streamlining, massive amount of streamlining. I'm not sure if it can be saved. You definitely can reduce the punishing effect of encounters. It doesn't need to be a pool of... I mean, my characters had 20 health or something, right? It doesn't need to be that far apart. You can tune that, yeah. Yes, it is absolutely, and it has a few good ideas. Absolutely, I would say it has a few good ideas. Absolutely, but maybe it wants too much.